Welcome, my dear students, in Prep 2. Let's continue our lessons about factorization. Our lesson today is about factorizing by grouping. This is part 6. In this case, we will have an expression consists of 4 terms. We will take each 2 terms together, but they should have a common factor between them. For example, the first one here. The first one, 5b plus xa plus 5a plus xb. Okay, I can choose to take 5b with 5a because they have a common factor 5, and xa with xb, they have a common factor x. Okay, so I'll take them together. Then I'll take off the common factor. What is the common factor here? 5. So I'll take 5 as the highest common factor. The remainder will be b plus a. If I take 5, it means that I'll divide by 5 both sides. Okay, so the remainder will be b plus a. By the same way, the next one, I have x as a common factor. I'll take it as a common factor and I'll divide both sides by x. So the remainder will be b plus a. So here I have 5, a common factor, times b plus a, plus x as a common factor times b plus a. Now I have a new common factor, which is b plus a. So I'll take it. The remainder will be 5 here and x here. Okay, so b plus a times 5 plus a, b plus a times 5 plus x is the final factorization for this exercise. Let's move to number 2. Number 2, here we have x power 3 minus x power 2 minus 9 plus 9, minus 9x plus 9. Okay, I can take the 2 terms here together because we have x as a common factor, x power 2 as a common factor. X here and x here, x power 3 and x power 2, I'll take a highest common factor is x with the lower power. And here also we can take the 2 terms here together because they have 9 as a common factor. Okay, so I'll take each 2 together. Okay, so here if I take x power 3 minus x power 2 together, then minus, I put the minus here or the negative sign before the bracket, so I should change this sign. Okay, this sign, I take negative 1. Okay, negative 9 divided negative 1 is 9, and here positive 9, it will be negative 9, so I'll change the sign. Now I have a common factor here, which is x power 2, so I'll divide both terms by x power 2. Here and here also I'll divide by x power 2. Here I'll take 9, so I'll divide here by 9, and I'll divide here also by 9. Okay, so x power 3 divided by x power 2, I'll subtract the powers. 3 minus 2 is 1, so I have x only. Okay, here x power 2 over x power 2, I'll subtract powers. It will be x power 0, which is 1, so I have x minus 1. Here 9 is a common factor. I'll divide here by 9, so the remainder will be x, and here 1, so x minus 1. Okay, now I can notice that I have a new common factor, which is x minus 1. I have a new common factor, x minus 1. So I'll take it again. I'll take x minus 1 as a common factor. The remainder will be x power 2 minus 9. But you can notice here we have x power 2 minus 9. This is a difference between 2 squares. So I should factorize it also. So now I have x minus 1 times here. A difference between 2 squares is the of any of 2 quantities equals the difference between the 2 quantities times the summation of the 2 quantities. So x power 2 minus 9 is x minus 3 times x plus 3. Okay, let's move to number 3. Number 3, here we have x power 2 minus y power 2 plus 5x minus 5y. Okay, here I can take x power 2 minus y power 2 together, we have a rule to factorize this binomial, and I'll take x plus 5 with negative 5. Sorry, I'll take 5x minus 5y together. Okay, here I can factorize this part as a difference between two squares, and here I can take 5 as a common factor. So I have x plus y times x minus y plus 5 as a common factor, and here we have x minus y. Now again I have a common factor here. I have x minus y here and here, so I can take it as a common factor, x minus y. The remainder will be x plus y plus 5. Okay, and this is the final factorization for this exercise. Okay, so I factorize until I have two factors which can't be factorized more. Okay, let's take more exercises here. For example, x power 2 minus 2xy plus y power 2 minus c power 2. Okay, I can notice that all this part, okay, is a perfect square, a perfect square trinomial. The first power 2, this is positive, and second power 2, and here I have negative 2xy. Okay, this is x minus y all power 2 we studied before, and here I have negative c power 2. This is a perfect square. So I have x minus y all power 2 minus c power 2. Now I have a difference between two squares, so it will be the summation times the difference, x minus y plus c, and x minus y minus c. Okay, and this is the factorization for this exercise. The last one here we have 16x power 2 minus a power 2 plus 6a power 2 minus 9b power 2. Okay, this part can be a perfect square, but we have a negative sign here. We said in the perfect square the first and third should be positive, so I'll take negative 1 as a common factor to change the sign. Okay, it means that we have 16x power 2 minus, I'll change the sign. This sign was negative, it will be a power 2 positive sign, and this sign is positive, it will be negative, so minus 6ab plus 9b power 2. Okay, this is a perfect square. The first is a perfect square and positive, the third is a perfect square and positive, and the middle here is 2 times root a times root 9. Root 9b power 2 is 3b, so I have 2 times a times 3b, which is 6ab. Okay, so I learned how to factorize this trinomial. This is a perfect square, it will be a minus 3b all power 2, and here I have 16x power 2. Now again I have a difference between two squares. I have now a difference between two squares. As you can notice, this is a perfect square, and here we have a perfect square. So the summation times the difference. Okay, so I write it as here 4x minus a plus 3b. Okay, this is 4x minus a plus 3b and 4x plus a minus 3b. Okay, this is the first term, and this is the second term. I'll take the root, so the root will be 4x. This is the first 4x. Then the first time I'll take the summation, so minus a minus 3b. Okay, the negative sign here outside will change the sign inside, so it will be 4x minus a, and then negative by negative, or the sign here will be changed into positive 3b. So this is the difference, and this is the summation. Okay, I hope you have understand. It's easy, but you need to be you need to be attention for each step. Okay, So this is the final factorization. We still have another part in factorization, which is factorizing by completing the square. Next session we will discuss how to factorize by completing the square. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.